Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, and welcome back to Ravenport. It's the next morning. Our chickens are doing fantastic. I actually just looked because I was wondering how close we were to 400, and we are at 400 chickens, and they're messy. I still don't get though. There's no way to actually. You can click on and see how many of each individual chicken you have if you like to, but it doesn't really tell you the total amount of chickens that you have. I came in here. I was actually looking at the sheep because when I was checking the mail, I'm like, how dirty are they? It's like, oh, I got 12 sheep of each. That's great. So they reproduced overnight, which is great. And I said, oh, how are chickens reproducing? And then I'm like, how come not reproducing? And I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 330, 360, 390, 200. We got 200 chickens, and I can sell them for $5 a piece. Whoop-de-doo. Or is it $10 a piece? Not worth it. So we'll just keep the chickens we have, take the eggs from them, and so on and so forth. So our animals, we got more sheep, more wool, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're messy. And, of course, we got eggs. But the main thing today we got to figure out is what to do with the farm. We bought plot number 7 in the in-game day before, and yes, still not raining. So the question is, how much can we borrow? I have brought over, that's the wrong button, that's the wrong button, and that's the wrong button. I brought the harvester over to field number 7 when it's ready. I repaired it to make sure we got a good harvest off it. No weeds yet still. But the question now remains, how much money can we borrow? And I haven't checked yet because I wanted to do it together so it can all be a surprise, I guess. So I did pay a little bit of the loan off. Probably like 25 or 30 grand. I forgot what it was. I recorded like 2 days ago. But it was like 25, 30 grand. So I'm hoping we get an extra 200,000 on the loan. So I'm hoping we get, if you go to the map here, lands, we can see this is 384,000. If we get up to 300,000, I'd be happy because we can harvest wheat, sell it, and maybe get close to it. So let's find out how much we can borrow here. I'm thinking up to 250, $250,000, somewhere in there. So, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Seriously? We're up to $542,000. I got money to buy this and buy equipment. And this is even before harvesting the field. But first things first, I can't wait to go in here. Okay, lands. The BGA. Before I show you that, though, if we go in here, so you notice like when we come over to, where's the silage? So right here, silage. The only place I can sell it is at the barn. I have no other places to sell silage, grass, or anything for that matter. But if we go in here now, we hit lands. The BGA. Yes, I want to buy the BGA. The BGA is now ours. So now if I come in here and look at the price difference, 500 compared to 272. I can now sell manure and liquid slurry here as well. Anything else? Grass. I can sell grass there. Obviously, I would want to make silage on it. Yeah, not too bad at all. So also before I should mention, there are other silos on the map I guess I could use. I did not know that, but apparently from what people are saying is there's a bug. You can put your grain in the silos. Right now you can't take it back out. So just be careful of that. But I'll keep it my own silo for now. So we now own the BGA and we still have $157 left. Am I going to do the horses this now? No. This does sure help. I wonder in the next day now, because now we bought more land, more equity in the land, what can we do? But what we have to do is we're going to be changing this over to grass after we harvest it and do whatever the field needs to be done to, like plow, lime, whatever. We need a way to pick up the grass to bring it over to the BGA. now that we can put in here. So we're going to need a forage wagon or whatever they call them. Now, I'm not going to buy the biggest one because that'd be too expensive, obviously. Where is it? Loading wagons, forage wagons. So the other day I was looking at them, and of course, once we get up to this size, 100 grand, we could probably use this no problem, but 35,000 liters compared to 23, and we'll save ourselves 50 grand. I mean, eventually, maybe we'll get ourselves a big boy like this that can hold, twice as much. I like how it holds maybe just a little bit more than twice as much, but the price is like 3 times as much. It hurts. We need a lot of equipment, so we're going to start off small. But today, this will sell us a lot of straw. So we are going to buy this. There's no modifications to it. So we're just going to buy that. Thank you. Which leaves us with 111,000. Hopefully today, I'm not sure in this episode we'll get to it, but eventually we get to harvesting this wheat. And we'll sell the wheat off. I do need to go down, though, and check on our sheep. Make sure our wool pallet is fine. Yeah, I still got room for 2 more pallets, so I'll have to come down and take care of that. There's our front loader here. Where is my Massey Ferguson? I forgot where I left it. I pretty much, after I got done recording last episode, I stopped there, and that was it. So, yeah, I got this here to do the fields. Because I want to get these fields up and going again before we go over there. So it looks like what I got to do. Yeah, I even left the tractor over here. I think it still has the oats in it from hauling oats. Yeah, so, we'll have to see how the day goes. We can borrow some money. I do remember, though, that the interest rate from the money that we borrowed or have a loan out, the interest rate, we're up to paying like 5 grand a night. So that does kind of hurt a little bit. But if I can do like 1 or 2 contracting jobs in the meantime, that will help offset that. But I do need to get rid of these oats here. So I'm going to store these oats. And then I'm going to rush to the store with this case, pick up our loading wagon. Instead of baling the straw and picking it all up, put them out, putting it back in the forage wagon, go sell it that way. I hope I can do that. I should be able to. So I'm going to get started on that. And then, of course, I got to fertilize these fields. And then I'll get... I think the Massey can handle seeding the fields after I fertilize it. And then maybe we'll start doing some wheat. But we now had the BGA. And I really would like to save the money up to buy. Now, I probably should show you this before I head to the store. Steve, if you play Farming Simulator, you probably know who Stevie is that does mods. I got his mod for the Big Crone. I did not know his price was going to be cheaper, but it's fine by me. But with his mod in here, we can change the colors to hot pink if we wanted to, pink and purple. We can even do the wheels. Engine setup, I don't know why I would want a bigger engine for an extra 10,000. I'm not going to be going too far with it. Can you actually... So this, yeah, the in-game one, you cannot change the color of it or have any customization. But with Stevie's mod, we can do Michelin tires, I would assume. Standard and white. Also, the Teleborg is the standard, and Michelin is wide tires for an extra $800. So that's the mower that eventually we'll get. We kind of need to save up for it because we'll have a forage wagon and we'll have a mower. But right now, I need to go pick up the forage wagon. Loading wagon. Sorry, I always call them forage wagons. We're going to start selling some straw. I'm not going to worry too much about stuff for horses just yet because, like I said, we need to start earning some money to start paying for the mower, which we can make grass, make some silage, and make money that way, which will be soon. So we'll have horses eventually pretty soon. I'm not going to buy any more land for a while. At least I don't plan to. I know I want to get the large horse paddock, but terraforming cost is quite expensive. and we only have $111,000 here. So yeah, I need to get back to work, start making some more cash, and start putting some more grain back in our fields so we can get more storage or get more crop to sell. So I'll see you in a while. Progress update. We're just about done picking up all the straw. And if you're paying attention, we had 111,000 when we started this, and I don't have access to that land. I don't care. Yeah, and we're up to 131,000. So I'm gonna get over 20 grand from the straw that's been on the ground. And yes, I would have loved to have gotten a bigger loading wagon, but I'm kind of tight on money because I really need that big M to mow the grass field that we don't quite have yet. But I need another 200 grand, and I got 2 days to get it. So I don't know how much more of a loan we can get after buying more land again. As I said before, in FS17, I think the max loan was 1.5 million, and I think we're just about there anyways. I may be able to borrow another 50 grand. So yeah, I'll have to figure it out, because obviously when we turn that field to grass, field number 7, I'm not going to do it with the mower we have. If I have to buy a butterfly mower and the front mower and do it once that way, I might have to. I don't want to lease the big M because it's 30 grand to lease the big M, which is, you know, it's an expense, but we'll come down when we get there. But hopefully we'll have enough cash to buy the big M before we harvest the grass on there. So I can see our Massey Ferguson is getting along just fine. I did fertilize the fields before we started seeding. That's wheat, and that's going to be wheat there. And the field that we were just in, I'm going to put oats in again. I also did repair the Massey Ferguson when I was fertilizing those 2 fields that he's now seeding. He was like going like at 8 miles an hour. I'm like, no, I thought that was 9. Sure enough, I went and repaired it, and then he could do 9. Now my meter was down to about a quarter left. So yeah, I was starting to get some wear and tear on it. Yeah, I have made a lot of trips up here. Like I said, I would have loved to get in a bigger loading wagon, but you know, we're going to have to get by with this for a while. Once we get the BGA up and going with the grass and selling silage, then we'll be able to really probably get the things that we need. And eventually we'll get an upgrade of this. But this is going to have to do for a while. But also my thoughts, as I was doing this, you know, I was thinking the horses, I would like to put them down by the sheep, and I'm trying to think, but they won't fit down there. But as I was working here, and I kept driving through, and I was like, you know what, I think I thought about this once, and I'm actually thinking we might be putting the horses down here by the chickens. One, we got to come down here and take care of the chickens anyways, I think it's 6 days now, isn't it? It used to be 6 days. I don't know what it is now, because I know in seasons you would feed the animals, said the animals are good for 3 days. I can't remember because Ben Solomon said play without seasons. In 17, after you fed the animals, didn't say the animals are good for 6 days. It doesn't really tell you how long they're good for here. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that. But I'm thinking we do have a kind of a flat area for the horses, which is right down here. So, I mean, we could put the horse, I mean, it's relatively flat. I mean, we can check what it'd be in a while. But it'd be a good spot because when we get the silo here, so, you know, we're storing their oats here anyways. So we wouldn't have to travel to give them oats. I can use these 3 fields to plant oats and wheat all the time, so we'll have straw. And obviously, we got a water tanker right here as well. So the only thing that I would have to bring over would be hay. And you know, we can easily get that off our big grass field when needed. I could probably even mow a little bit around here and make it, but I don't have a tedder yet or anything like that. But I could also put a barn here, and we can store hay and straw. So since our Massey Ferguson usually does this, but our Massey Ferguson's busy, and I want to get it fertilized, and he's almost done, but our seed drill is just about empty of seed. So I'm going to have to go to the store and refill the Seadrill. Which is, you know, because eventually I got to bring that over and we got to reseed field number 6. So once our Massey Ferguson gets done seeding this field, like I said, it's going to be oats. I got to bring a lot of stuff back over. Almost most of our equipment, basically. That's what I got to bring over. But I'm going to get to fertilizing this, which I'll be done in like 30 seconds. And then I'm going to start transporting stuff over to field 7, get ready for harvesting the wheat sometime today. The weeds are coming though. Actually, you know, I'll finish fertilizing this. I'll show you the map. I still don't like the way the weeds transform on the map. If you saw an episode, I think I want to say, maybe it was, well, it could have been the episode I had to delete in episode 15, which, you know. Anyways, the way the weeds form on the map, they kind of come in a wave down the map. And I don't know if this is true with version 115. If we go here, let's see what they're doing here. Yes, they can see this line right here. So the weeds will just keep forming down the entire map. So here's our field right here. Are weeds going to grow in it before we get to harvest it? Now I have heard from a couple people that if the weeds grow in the final growth stage, it doesn't count against you when you go to harvest. I've heard some people say that. I don't know if there was a post from Giants on that. I have no idea. But if we do get weeds in it before it's time to harvest, it hasn't changed yet. No, it's not. We are in the final growth stage, so they're getting ready to be harvested anyways at some point. Yeah, so if, you know, if weeds grow in it and I can get rid of them before we harvest, I'll do that. But if not, then so be it. It is what it is. We bought the field with the crop in, so we have to pay for it. My guess is, sir, you're not actually done with that field. My guess is you might be out of seed, which is fine. So I'm going to get to finish fertilizing this. I'll handle the Massey Ferguson. If he is done, bring him over here. Plant oats in this field. And, oh, that's right, I got to refertilize the fields again. So yeah, I'll have to do it before I start transporting things over to 7. Anyways, I'm going to get back to work here. And I'll bring it back in a while. Authorized vehicles only. I think that includes us because we own the joint. So I think we're good. Massey Ferguson's right there with our Seadrill. Our wheat field is ready to go. And good news is the weeds, that would just irritate the heck out of me. Because if this was my field, I'd rather just have it do the whole field rather than some of it. But as you can see down here by the chicken farm area, we got our fields all sown and fully fertilized, no weeds. Yeah, you see little lime spaces here and there. I did fiddle around with, and I think the horses are going to go here. I found a nice little spot. The horse pasture is like $95,000 for the large. I found a spot right in this little area. I think I can plant it for $99,000. So, and then eventually I think we'll put the barn in, which can hold hay and straw. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. But right now, what we're going to do is we are going to actually purchase something, but it's just a placeable, and we should be able to put it here. So right here, we can buy some lime, and since we're going to be using the Seadrill a lot over here, and instead of taking runs down the store and buy pallet after pallet after pallet, is it under miscellaneous? Yes, it is. Seed station, 5,000. Oh, why did you bring me way back here? All right. Yeah. Give me a minute here. I gotta turn around here. I don't understand that at all. Oh, so there's that placeable, and here is our placeable. It's a little bit bigger, but you know what? It will get the job done. I don't think it matters which way it faces. But they got the steps in the front. I'd rather have the steps in the back. So we are just going to put it. That looks good right there. There we go. May not be fully square lined up. I did want it a little bit further back as we can go. Oh, I forgot about the construction cost. Well, okay, 6,000. Whatever. I'm not going to sell it and redo it. I could have raised and lowered it, and it would have been fine. Anyways, so now instead of going to the store and buying tons and tons of pallets every time, we can just come here. Okay, so I got to open up my seed drill. And there we go. Good to go. So we're going to bring this right on down. I am going to do canola in field number 6. I'm going to get this started down by the sheep pasture, doing the cross sections. But before we go down, we're going to be passing our bison harvester. And yep, we're going to set them off on a worker. Now right now the best price is at the ranch. And actually it's a pretty, well, it's not high demand or anything, but really $750 for 1,000 for 1K of wheat. I will take that. It may be on the other side of the map, but you know what? We will take it. So I also been doing a lot of thinking as well, as I always do in between cuts. So our coon baler, that might be something that we can sell. With the loading wagons and feeding our animals. And if we buy a barn, which, you know, we can store straw and hay in there. So the sheep, I should check this because sheep do take grass, grass or hay. So, so our horses only take hay. So when we make this a grass field, we can ted some of it and store some of the hay. And we'll just keep the hay for the horses. The grass, what I can do for the sheep is every time I mow the field and I pick up some of the loading wagon, is we'll just check on the sheep, see if they need grass. I can just go down and give them grass right out of the loading wagon and then bring the rest of the BGA. So really, what do I need a baler for? Well, you might say, well, you might want to make silage. We got the BGA. It's one thing about the BGA, we got those silos now, so we don't have to buy a placeable for silos. All that good stuff. So the coon baler may go, I don't know how much, I think it was $100 and some odd $1,000. I should not get that back, but I mean I could get like 90,000 back, which would easily help us get our big M for when we plant that with grass. But we're going to let that bison go, hopefully fill up our trailer a little bit. Well, not a little bit, hopefully a lot. I don't know how fast that bison is going to fill up with wheat. But I'm going to have a lot of fun trips with the loading wagon to go and sell all that straw. That's why harvesting that field is going to be like a two-part, if you will. I mean, look at that. It's only made one trip down and it's already at just about 2,000 liters. So basically my plan for the rest of this video is show a little bit of this, of harvesting this field here. And in between episodes, I'll probably harvest like 3/4 of this field. And when we start next episode, we'll be finishing up, we'll be near the end of the harvest. Because obviously with the bison, this is going to take a while. And yeah, I got to bring... So basically, I'll be just doing shuttle runs. That's all I'm going to be doing. I'm either going to be emptying the combine harvester with a tipper and bringing the wheat over to the ranch, or I still got to go get it. The loading wagon's back to the chicken farm. I'll be picking up straw and selling that. Now, just think of it. We got 20 grand out of those 3 fields back at the chicken farm for straw. I don't know, maybe 60 grand from straw from this field. I have no idea. But as for wheat, we go to here. No, wrong page. We go to here. We go to wheat. Did I read this wrong? Or the ranch price dropped. Why now? Why did you drop now? Oh. So must be another farmer harvested wheat. I did have to fast forward some time to get this field to turn, so maybe now the price dropped. But luckily, the central grain elevator, the price is going up. So Yeah, this was like at 720. This is already at 653 and the price is going up. So what I'll probably do, okay, he's almost full of grain already. I'll try to hold on the grain as long as I can. So instead of just waiting until this is full and filling up and bring it over, I'll wait until the combine's completely full and I got a full trailer. Then I'll go deliver it. But yeah, so we're just going to lose a little bit of money from what we could have got. But really, look at this. I mean, the combine is almost full and it's not even really 2 passes. So I'm going to have a lot of shuttling to do here. So right now we're going to unload this. And after he unloads, I got to... and he filled up. So basically... I'll put the trailer aside. I'll have to run back to the chicken farm. I did put gas. I filled up the case full of gas. I said, we're going to be shuttling quite a ways to the ranch. But the central grain elevator is just... I can't really show it there. No, wait. That's up here. Yeah, it's the wrong direction. Wrong direction, Peanut. Yeah, it's that building right there. So I don't have far to go with it. So that is better. So yeah, I'll be doing some shuttle runs. I got to go... get the loading wagon. I can already tell the loading wagon's going to fill up really fast as well. But I'm going to do a little bit of this, bring it back, and we'll see exactly how we're getting along here. Well, basically all I did was go back to the chicken farm to get the loading wagon, and I didn't make it back in time, and the harvester's full. So, yeah, I think we're going to be taking a few loads over the central grain elevator, which is good. Price is going up. But the one thing I do know, but I think I'm going to try it anyways, because it does show it here. It's too bad that you can't sell straw at the BGA. So here's straw. The only place I can sell it is at the barn. It will not take at the BGA. I will try it just to make sure, but as far as I can see, $6.56 and the price is going up. Part of me is thinking maybe I'll speed up time right now before we go any further, because the price will go up. So let me just speed up time a little bit, and we'll see how that price goes. I tell you, when it happens all at once. So I just took care of the Massey Ferguson, got him seeding that field the correct way, because I started him going the other way because of the sheep farm. Then I noticed was at the sheep farm, the pallets were almost full, so I had to drop the seed roll, move the pallets. Also got a great demand for eggs at the restaurant, but that's just got to hold out. And the price we finally got for the wheat, $7.66. That is really good. That's almost what the price was at the ranch, and it's closer. Yeah, if we scroll down here to the eggs, $35.14. Great demand at the restaurant for eggs. And I had to go check to see how many eggs we got. I got about 12 boxes. So maybe at $5.50 a piece. You know, you're talking like $6,000, maybe $7,000 worth of eggs. This is one thing I don't understand with workers in Farming Sim 19. So before, you could, bring the trailer up, unload, and when they were done, the worker would just take off. Now, see, I unloaded. I just sat here. The worker, it doesn't say he's blocked or anything. He's waiting for him to move, I guess. There he goes. So I'll put this here. I have learned, make sure your trailer's at a complete stop. I guess that's what was causing, if you remember the episode where my baler was down by the river because I dropped it and I was still moving. And when I took off, the baler was like, alright, we're still moving. So I didn't get too far with the straw. I got about a row and a half before this got full. And yep, and I just hit the microphone. Sorry about that, if you heard that. The front end of the loading wagon is here. Now, it's too bad, and this is going to make a liar of me, it's too bad that the BGA does not accept straw, because this would be so convenient. But now you come here, And see, I get no icon to sell straw here at all. Now, the good news is now you don't need a wheel loader. You don't have to put the silage into, which we'll find out in a few in-game days. But now you can bring a tipper trailer here and just unload like right where I am. But as we can see, we're kind of new by this economy page that you cannot sell straw here. I kind of knew it myself. Come here anyways, and no, you can't turn straw into chaff, into silage. So this is something I have to sell. And that's our digestive tank. Or digestate, whatever you want to say. And there is no sell point for digestate. So I can't make it. You know, we're going to have to use it or just let it fill up and do its thing. Probably what I'll do is, when that gets really full, we'll get a slurry spreader. And we'll spread the fields with slurry. Now, the only thing I don't know is I'm hoping that when I get a seed roll that fertilizes, that'll count as a second stage. But I'll bring it back in a second when we get a full trailer of wheat. We'll make a delivery, see how much we get per trailer, and we'll wrap up the episode. Alright, so we just finished unloading the combine once again. And it almost comes out good. What's that, like three full loads on the combine, and it left like maybe 100 liters of wheat in there. So let's drive alongside the field to see how much a trailer. So I'm thinking that's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I may get like 7 to 8 trailer loads out of this field. And I'm hoping to get somewhere around 10 grand per trailer load. And the good news for me is in about 20 minutes in game time at real speed, it's going to start getting dark. Nice and dark. Let's see, can I get 10 grand on a trailer? Perfect. So say we get 8 full trailers, we're going to get, $80,000 roughly. I need another 200 grand to get the big M. And the good news is, of course, we're going to be selling straw at the same time. So basically we started somewhere around 120 grand when we started harvesting this field. So we'll see what we end up with starting next episode. Because when we start next episode, I'll bring it back when I'm harvesting like the end of the field and have most of the straw sold. Yeah, it's just kind of a shame about the BGA not accepting straw, because that would be just like really, really convenient stuff. So for now, I'm going to park this here. Nope, don't let it, because who knows where it'll go if I just let it slide. I got to make a quick trip to the barn, but that combine will be full by the time we get back. So I'll be doing a lot of this, and I won't be able to keep up with the straw. The combine will definitely beat me on that. And of course we got the Massey Ferguson seeding canola in the field just over the hill. But that is going to do it for this episode, guys. And yes, I know I'm destroying my grass. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time at Ravenport. But until then, have a good one.